hope everybody's doing good. I'm gonna take a little walk and kind of get y'all updated on some stuff that's been going on around here. So here we go. Okay, I don't even know where to begin because it's been like a week. I've got video to go with all this, and I'm gonna have to watch while I'm walking. Out here, the grass is taller than I like, and snakes have been super bad. So I started to walk the driveway, but just a little bit ago, I was sitting out there, and a loud knock behind me. So I opted to not go down the driveway. I started to, but I didn't. Paul's working in his shop, and he's in there in his woodworking part, and he's got the air conditioner on, so he can't hear me. So I thought I'd better just stay out here, which I don't know if this is any better. I mean, at least the driveway I could see more, but you know, it's just been the usual activity. Did have a tree go over the other night. I got a video to share with that. I was sitting outside, and from somewhere over here, and you know, I talk about it in the video, but I was wanting to give y'all a visual. Okay, through that gap right there is the power line. You know, it's probably, I don't know, 30 yards wide. Thought I heard something. I'll have to go back and listen. And then, you know, nothing but woods. And then there's this little patch of woods here. And then yeah, it's hot. And then there's this little tiny field. You can tell it's not very big. You know, it goes back there a couple hundred yards. Then it runs right into woods. And then of course there's these woods, which the creek runs through those woods. Well, I was sitting in my swing, and from somewhere over here, and I don't know if it was in those woods, or the woods on the other side of the power line, it sounded like a wail. That's the only way I could describe it in the video. And as I was sitting there, you know, Paul had been working in his shop, and he has a router, and it makes this weird noise, you know, when he does that. And I had my music going, but when I first started hearing it, I didn't know what I was hearing, and I thought that must be Paul. And then I heard it it was kind of loud, and then it got quieter, and then it started back up again. And then by that time, I realized that it was coming from, you know, somewhere over here. So I was trying to stop swinging and grab my phone and turn the music down. And the whole time I could hear it. And by the time I'd done all that, it had quit. And I'm gonna say from the time I first heard it till it stopped was 10 seconds or less. You know, by the time I figured out what Paul and all that. But then I heard on Mysteries Unknown the other night, Joshua played this audio. I mean, it's on YouTube. And as I listened to it, there was a certain part in that audio that sounded a lot like what I heard. So I'm going to play that for you. You know, the closest thing I could think of as I was telling about it was a whale. that type of noise. But it's just crazy stuff. And you know, around here they're not too vocal. I mean, we've heard stuff. We've heard whoops. I've heard whoops. Paul's heard them. We've heard yells that when Mark put it on the spectrogram, it was nothing known. But this I have never heard. It was really weird. You know, I thought, could that have been highway noise? Because there is a highway. If you go straight through the woods, I don't know, mile and a half away, and there is a gravel road somewhere back through there that goes to a house. And sometimes we hear, like, we can hear like a side-by-side or a loud truck. He has a loud truck and you can hear him pulling in, and that's probably, I don't know, 3/4 of a mile to a mile through the woods. But you know, I don't know what this was, and it's like I said, it sounded like what Joshua had on his channel. So I'm gonna play that, but I'm not gonna make this too long, so that way I can put all the rest of this together. I'm gonna finish my walk, and if I hear anything, I will let y'all know. I mean, you know, I might just continue to record as I walk and just edit that part off. So I'll be back, y'all. Hey y'all, I hope everybody is doing good. We're getting ready to go to the river, probably about a mile from the house. And on the way out, we were gonna go by and see if we could find that tree that fell last night. So here we go. We found the tree. As you can tell, it fell straight from the ground. I mean, it didn't like snap in two. It's right there. I don't know. Could have been natural. Could have not. Hey y'all. Sorry, I just got through doing my workout. But I was going to tell y'all, I was sitting out here just a little bit ago, and of course I had my music playing. I had it cranking pretty good because I didn't want to hear anything. But this I could definitely hear. And the only way I can describe it is it sounded like a whale. And I know we don't have whale in that creek. But now can I tell you exactly where it came from? No, because there's a small patch of wood, you know, that's the creek right in there in those woods. Right on the other side is about a 30-40 foot wide little field, then more woods, then the power line, and then more woods. I don't know exactly where it came from, and it went on for, I don't know, more than 5 seconds, 5 to 10 seconds. But I was listening to my music. It was probably closer to 10 seconds because I was listening to my music, and I'm like, what am I hearing? First I thought it was Paul making a racket. I'm like, no, it's coming from over here. So, and I was in my swing, so I was in the process of slowing down, and I was grabbing my phone to turn the volume down, and I was still hearing it. And then, you know, as soon as I got my phone shut off, never heard it again. I thought, well, could have been something on, there's a highway through those woods, a lot of woods, field, a lot of woods, through there. Sometimes you know, you can hear highway noise. It's crazy where we live in this valley surrounded by hills, and you can hear a lot of stuff that you wouldn't think you'd be able to. But this did not sound like anything I'd ever heard. I don't know what it was, but anyways, I just thought I would throw this in there in case y'all have ever heard of, you know, Sasquatch making that type of noise. That's about the closest thing I could say that it sounded like a moaning, but it, I don't know, just weird.
Starting to regret that I stopped at this rest stop.
I'm gonna go ahead and end the video. Paul needs me to help him do something with the cabin, so I gotta go over and help him. But I was wanting to give y'all an update on Aria. She gets to go home instead of having to go to a rehab. She's gonna get to go home and do the rehab on a outpatient basis. So Mama was very excited. But anyways, I wanted to give y'all that update. And but anyways, I'm gonna get off here. I love and appreciate y'all a lot. Y'all remember to pray for the sick and the hurting, pray for our country and the world, spread some kindness and love. Y'all please be safe, and I hope the good Lord blesses everyone.